Imagine spending your entire life in a wired cage, never feeling grass under your feet, never knowing affection, having no room in your home to stretch your arms and your legs. The neighbor crumb next to you is sick and alone like you. This is the life of dogs and puppy mills. Many of us love animals and have pets at home. But what if I told you that buying a puppy from a pet store or online breeder has a hidden cruelty? Today, we're talking about the dark reality of puppy mills and what we can do to stop them. Puppy mills are profit-driven breeding operations that prioritize quantity over the well-being of animals. Many puppies are born sick, suffering, and have long-term health issues, or die before reaching a loving home. This is not a rare or distant problem. It's happening across the U.S. every day. While millions of animals sit in shelters waiting for homes, puppy mills continue to flood the market and dogs continue to suffer. I've adopted 3 shelter dogs. I have fostered dogs during their transition to forever homes. This is an issue that is not just important to me, it's personal. The thought of bringing a new pet is fun and exciting. We start with the search online for our preferred breed, and we research what would fit best for our lifestyle. But the decisions that we make, whether adopting or shopping, have real consequences for animals, and each of us have the power to make a choice, a compassionate choice. Puppy mills are a cruel industry. I'll show you the harm they cause, how adoption and legislation can fix it, and how you can help bring that change. Let's take a closer look at the problem behind the cute puppies in the store windows. The puppy mill industry earns hundreds of millions of dollars annually, selling up to 2 million puppies each year, according to the Humane Society in 2023. The profit-driven model comes at a high cost to the animal welfare. They operate with little to no regulations. Puppy mills prioritize profit over health and welfare of dogs, resulting in suffering and neglect. According to the Humane Society of the U.S., in 2023, dogs in puppy mills often live in cramped cages, receive no vet care, and are suffering from malnutrition and psychological distress and trauma. Many puppies arrive to pet stores with runny noses, respiratory infections, parasites, behavioral issues. Puppies often die from illness or neglect, and female dogs are discarded. The ramifications, as the ASPCA reports, 10,000 puppies mills are producing 2 million puppies, while 6.3 million enter shelters. When dogs in shelters are not adopted, the consequences can be tragic. Many shelters, especially those in rural or high intake areas, operate as a kill shelter. According to the Best Friend Animal Society, they are euthanized. Dogs that stay in shelters long-term also experience emotional decline. Think about the last experience you have with your pet, whether it was with your dog at home, with a friend's puppy, or a video that made you smile. Now imagine that animal living in filth, never feeling the sun, being bred over and over again without kindness. This isn't far removed. This is happening because of consumer choices made every day. Whether you bought a pet before or you know someone who plans to, you are part of the system that has a power to end this cycle and end this cruelty. The decision to adopt instead of shopping directly affects whether puppy mills continue to thrive. This cycle of cruelty doesn't have to continue. There is a clear solution and a powerful solution. We must stop supporting puppy mills by adopting from our local shelters and advocating for stronger laws, combating puppy mills with advocating for legislation that bans inhumane breeding. There are several groups, such as Best Friend Animal Society and the ASPCA, which conducts rescues and shuts down illegal breeding centers and care for survivals. Adopt from shelters give a homeless animal a second chance and reduces the demand for puppy mills. Supporting legislation like the Puppy Act helps regulate and eliminate breeding. Many shelters provide vet care and help match families with pets. Supporting laws ensure breeding operations have stricter restrictions. When demand shifts away from puppy mills towards adoption, the cycle of abuse breaks. Fewer dogs are bred in mills, and more shelters find pets for puppies. Cities like Chicago and LA ban sale of dogs from commercial breeders. They can only purchase them from shelters and rescues. Chicago reported a 10% increase in adoptions their first year after implementing the ban, and Chicago had a drop of 37% of euthanasia in their shelters. LA shelters euthanasia dropped over 50%. These actions led for more bans across the states. Some argue that they want specific breeds, but breeder-specific rescues exist for all breeds. Others think shelter dogs are as damaged, but studies show adopted dogs are just as healthy and loving, according to the American Vet Medical Association report in 2022. Now let's imagine two different futures based on actions we take and we don't take. Imagine a time where local shelters offer a variety of healthy dog breeds. You visit a shelter and find your perfect companion, healthy, vaccinated, and ready to go to their forever home with you. Now imagine the opposite. Millions of dogs still trapped in cages with no end of their suffering, shelters overflowing, more euthanasia, more heartbreak. If we continue to support puppy mills, knowingly or unknowingly, we place profit over compassion, and we neglect and discard our dogs. We can support and advocate for a future with wagging tails. So what can you do to be a part of the solution? To stop cruelty of puppy mills, we must adopt from shelters and support ethical legislation. Adopt and educate when friends and family are looking for dogs. Learn signs of puppy mills so that we can report them. If you suspect puppy mills, report them, and ASPCA sends advocates for rescue. Contact your lawmakers and support Puppy Protection Act that regulates breeders. Sign petitions such as the USDA breeder inspection that provides better homes for animals. Volunteer and foster dogs during their transitions to their forever homes. I will continue to adopt, foster, and speak out on behalf of animals. I invite you to join, sign petitions, visit your local shelter, donate your time. Let's make this world safer for all animals. Be the reason a dog gets a second chance at life.